today we got to play Sagrada, and we have a special guest star, Sarah!
Hello!
So, if you like to learn about more board games, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell.
Are you ever going to get that word right?
Probably not. Subscribe
or the subscribe button, whichever.
The one that you can see more of our stuff later. So diving in,
Click
this
the notification bell.
Yeah, do that
And
too.
comment.
Mm-hmm. So Sagrada is a puzzle game, dice placement, dice drafting placement game. And the theme obviously is you're creating stained glass windows. So that's kind of the synopsis. Who designed this one?
So Sagrada came out in 2017 by get the name of the company.
It's right there.
Is it Floodgate? Yeah, Floodgate Games. But the designer is Adrian Adamescu with designed also by Daryl Andrews, art by Peter Walken. MSRP $39.99, but I've seen it a whole lot cheaper on the Geek Market and stuff like that, so you won't have to spend that much for it.
Okay, so talking about quality of pieces, you have these beautiful colored dice that are clear. They do look like stained glass. I think that's absolutely fantastic for the theme.
But these are the smaller dice, similar to what we saw in the Islebound.
Right.
Yeah, so they are smaller dice. Then you have these beautiful inlaid boards, so the dice actually fit inside of them. The cards aren't the greatest. They're kind of very, very basic, but that's all right because you don't really use them a lot. You literally only use them like bare minimum.
But the boards actually do look like the Sagrada Church's stained glass windows, which is really cool.
Yes, absolutely gorgeous. So what did everyone think about the pieces?
I mean, I think it's more art than pieces. I mean, the glass beads are cool. The dice being see-through is important, obviously, to the game. So, but there's just nothing special about the dice. They're standard dice, and they're the smaller kind. These little slip-in cards are pretty neat that go into the
It's the player boards itself.
The player boards,
the player boards are awesome.
Yeah, so, the scoreboard's kind of chintzy.
Yeah.
So what's the score for then, guys?
I'm probably going to be at a 7 on this, I think.
I agree, 7.
What do you think, sis?
I would give it an 8.
An 8. I think the dice are beautiful and they're kind of perfect for this game. I mean, yeah, it'd be greater if they're bigger, but you know, it's still good. I'm thinking a 7.5 for this because the inlaid boards are really, really nice.
Yeah, the inlaid boards are really nice.
Yes, and I think the dice are fine.
It's designed well to handle like these slide-in cards.
I think it'd be kind of cool if they did like a giant size version of the game.
That'd be
really cool.
So cool.
Like actual Sagrada size windows.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no.
The dice are like this big.
No.
Maybe like this big?
Can you roll 9 of those, Sarah?
Yeah.
Oh, you killed your brother.
All right. So moving on to theme. I think the theme is gorgeous. I love the fact that they used the see-through dice for this. It really feels like you're building a stained glass window. What are your guys' thoughts?
Oh yeah, I mean they definitely captured the essence of the Sagrada Church's windows in the player boards, no doubt. And to take that and turn that into a puzzle game, whoever came up with that was just it was a stroke of genius. I mean, it's really a well-designed concept, and I love the integration of these little alternate boards. So
and the fact that it's two-sided. There's a lot of variability.
And they have the
different
difficulty levels.
So, yes.
I mean, it's very flexible.
Very well designed.
Yeah.
And this is just the base game. We've also got the expansions, which we still haven't tried yet because, we've always played with somebody new, it seems like every time again. But yeah, I mean, as far as thematically, they've integrated it so well into the gameplay in this. I mean, there's not a lot to the game, but what is there is well integrated.
What's the score then?
I think I'm going to give us an 8.5 on theme.
What do you think, Robert?
I was thinking about an 8. I really like it. It's a beautiful game, and I think an 8.
Yeah, I'm for an 8.5. I mean, the theme It's there. It's strong. It's integrated into the game. I don't see how you can make the game more thematic. I guess I can't talk tonight, so y'all can just gonna get
So
over
what do you
yourself.
think about themes, Sarah?
I would give it a 8.9.
Oh wow!
Oh, wow.
9.
Is that a
Almost
very low or a
9.
high 8.9?
It would be a very low 0.9.
Okay. It's 8.91. All right.
It's rounded up. It's 8.8.
All right.
So
So moving on to rules.
So
How did those work
Well,
out?
the rules are very straightforward and they're very short. I mean, there's only 4 pages with one being a cover.
Yes.
So it's really, I mean, there's not a lot to this
there
game.
isn't.
It's very simplistic, but even
Which
though
is one of
it's-
the reasons why I think the game is so good.
Yeah. I mean, a lot with a lot of the puzzle games, you don't want them to be overly
Right.
complex, and this one definitely is not. And I think the first time, if I recall, when we played it, we did make a couple mistakes because we didn't interpret a few things correctly. But I mean, it's all in the rules. It's
Mhm.
just getting used
Learning
to the
how to read it.
concept, and the placement of the dice is really what it comes down to, making sure you understand all the rules about what can and can't touch. So I think the rules are probably an 8.
Okay. Great. We agree. I think.
Yeah.
Um,
I want to give it a 9. I saw the pictures.
Uh-huh.
The pictures are really good.
Okay.
It's like it shows you. It has the arrows.
It does
that
have.
tell you to what it
She's
means.
right. It has pictures of the arrows. It
Yeah.
definitely does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
Those are
nine
nine
is
I-
level
I-
arrows to her.
I-
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
All right.
So good for us.
Moving on to gameplay. Sis, what did you think about the gameplay?
I think it was really good.
By the way, who tied for first place?
Me and Dad.
Oh.
We got 58, and it was really fun. The gameplay was fun because you got to like put colors and see which color you could place and not place. It was just fun to me.
What would you give it a score?
I would give it a solid 10. It's a really good game.
Wow.
Okay.
So you
It's
like
a 10. I'm glad that you really liked it, Sissy. So a little bit of more about the gameplay is that it is a dice drafting. So the first player gets to draw 9 dice.
Well,
they
it
roll
depends
them.
on player count.
Well, yeah, okay. So it
You
depends.
draw 2 for each player plus
Plus
1.
1. And so and then the choosing of the dice is very much like Catan order, where first, second, third, fourth, but then fourth gets to go a second time, and then it goes back to 3, 2, and 1. And then you place it onto your board. When you place it, you have to have it touching, but you cannot have it touching the same color or the same number. There are ways to bend the rules. So like the 3 cards that we had this game, you could place 2 of your clear glass tiles, and you didn't have to place something that was touching something else. Another one lets you re-roll once you draft it. So there was a couple of things that it had that allows you to bend the rules. Obviously, there's in-game scoring as well as your personal scorecard about what you get victory points for. I love this. Honestly, I think this game got overshadowed because this and Azul came out nearly like back to back. And when you talk about puzzle games, I think this game got overshadowed quite a bit. And it's really kind of a bummer because
I
it
don't think it
deserves...
has, because I know people that would play this in a heartbeat over Azul. They
Really?
love this game.
It's kind of a strange one because there are some people who are just very objectionable to anything that's religious based, and the fact that this is a church that's based on, there are some people that are objectionable to that. But the theme is in essence layered on, even though it is clearly the windows from the Sagrada Church. But I don't personally even really see any religion in this game.
There's
it's not heavy.
It's making a pretty window.
It's making a pretty window. It's beautiful. But I think that weighed in on it. Plus the fact that Azul was out at the same time, so you don't hear as much accolade for Sagrada as you do for Azul usually.
Yeah, which is a bummer. I don't think there's enough.
Yeah.
It hasn't. it should have gotten a lot more hype, but it
well,
didn't.
plus the quality of the components isn't up to the same standard as Azul. I mean,
That's-
the board is nice, but
Well, I
after
mean-
that, the scorecard is really chintzy. And
Well, but you think about
Yeah.
Azul, you get a crappy thin piece of thing that you put your tiles on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you get the cardboard circles.
but the tiles are really nice, and that
Yeah, but the dice are really nice, and you have an inlaid board, so I can't say that quality of pieces
I don't
is
think
the big.
Azul is any higher quality than this game.
I do. I think the tiles are
I think
way
the-
heavier.
Well, it's just because they're bigger.
Well, yeah, but they also are the central focus, whereas the dice is central focus, and there's nothing special about these dice other than the fact that they're see-through. And you can buy see-through dice anywhere. I mean, but they look pretty and they fit the mold of the game. Don't get me wrong, and we gave it a pretty good score for quality because of that. But compared to Azul, I don't think it stands up.
Well, I think it's
But
about the same.
I think it's about the same.
It's
as well.
a unique game as far as the gameplay. The puzzle of it is really cool.
Mhm.
And I always end up making this game harder than myself because I always forget the rule that touching does not mean horizontal or vertical in this game. Touching means diagonal too.
Wait, what?
Yes. Yeah, when you play, you can play diagonal touching too. That's the rule I always forget when you play.
I paid extra and I didn't even have to.
Yes, that's the rule I always forget when we're playing because
That's
there's almost no games that diagonal is considered touching, but
I
this
didn't
one it
realize
is.
that
Yeah.
at all.
I
Well,
think I did this.
oh, weird.
So,
Oh,
So,
that's great.
guys, give it a score though. What'd you give it a score?
Overall gameplay, I think it's fun. I think it's as fun as Azul, and I think I gave Azul an 8.5. I want to give it an 8.5.
Okay, what do you think?
well, I like one of the things we didn't talk about. There's bonus cards that you get. There's 3 bonus cards for scoring in the main game. And then
Yeah,
each of you
mentioned
gets a. Oh, we did. Okay.
Yeah.
Each of you gets a private color that you score. Did you talk about that too? I didn't.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I must zone out for like minutes within these.
You don't pay attention to basically what I say.
I do.
Basic, you're like, my wife's talking, zone out.
Did you talk about the alternate rules?
Yes, I did.
Wow. I must have been in an entirely different review for like 5 minutes. I didn't hear any of that. All right. So I like the inserts. I like the fact that there's in-game scoring bonuses that are common and hidden. I like the fact that there's the alternate rules. So I like pretty much everything about this game. I don't like the fact that the scoring is kind of hidden until the end. That's one thing I don't like about it. It's the way Concordia is. It doesn't bother me in Concordia though. I don't know why, but in this game it kind of bothers me because it's hard to tell who's winning during the course of the game.
I mean, a lot of games are like that though.
Well, not too many. Most of them you can tell whether you're doing well or not. I mean,
Oh, that's like Terraforming Mars. Sure, your track goes up, and depending on your cards, who knows,
yeah.
right?
I mean,
Yeah.
I had no idea I was winning. I thought you were because of all the purple you had.
If I had been able to place that green, I would have been.
But Daddy
I'm
stole
I'm not going to
it.
hear the end of that, am
Took
I?
my green.
Which
So
was Daddy.
okay, so you give it a
I am probably about an 8.5 on it.
okay, so same as Robert. Sissy gave it a 10. I will say this game is good. I think Azul is slightly, like just a smidgen better, and it's not because of quality of pieces. I think I just, I don't know why. I don't know. I think I have a slight, like minuscule amount. So I would give this probably. What did I give Azul?
I think we were pretty much in the 9s region for
I
Azul.
think so.
And I'm fine with an 8.5 for this.
That's one
Definitely.
thing. I agree. Azul is slightly better than this game.
It's like a smidgen better. So yeah, that's where I'm at. So all right, well, thank you guys so much for joining us. Hopefully you had fun, and hopefully you'd like to see us again. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We'd love to hang out some more.
Yeah, hopefully you can pay better attention to these reviews than I do. So yeah, I completed 2 reviews now recently. Maybe it's just me getting old.
I think
Losing
you just
focus.
hear wife voice and you just
I
shut
turn
down.
off my thing.
Yeah. All right, bye guys.